Good morning, good morning. It is 9 a.m. I am awake. I can't tell if I feel better or worse than yesterday. I don't know. I definitely can say though that the congestion is still there, but once again, it's deep. It's not like in the front of my nose. Like I can't blow it out. Like I can't do anything. So I did a telehealth visit. I feel a little bit better than I did this morning. I feel like the pressure has gone down a little bit. I still need to take some medication. She said she was going to call in a nasal decongestant for me, and encouraged me to do another COVID test before I fly on Monday, and I said absolutely. So yeah, I need to take some medication. My fatigue is a little bit better than it was this morning. So yeah, also I was a little worried for a second because I went to my bank account to make sure that it was gonna, whatever they charged me for the telehealth visit was gonna go through. And I saw a charge for a second that I was like, I don't know what that is. I'm worried about that. And then I realized it was when I pre-ordered Alexandra Bracken's new book. But since I pre-ordered it like 2 months ago and it doesn't come out until, what is it, April 4th or something? They didn't charge it until now. I was like, what is happening? I was like, please tell me I'm not going to have to deal with someone who has like stolen my card. But no. So I am feeling better. I did finally take some medication though, to hopefully, because the pressure was a little bit better in my sinuses. I feel like it has gotten better. The interesting thing too, though, that I was asked on the call, on the thing this morning, was she was asking if I had had any like aches in my body. And I was like, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. Like Wednesday night, my legs did a little bit, but then it went away. And then now I'm wondering if like my neck is sort of involved in it. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know who this guy is, but there is this guy. Guys, I'm a little overwhelmed with everything happening right now, especially because I'm not feeling 100%. Hang on, let me finish doing this stuff and then I'll get into it. What I was saying is that there's a lot going on. And of course, thankfully, my medication kicked in, so I'm doing this all and feeling a little bit more in focus and alive, which is nice. But I have dedicated, and it's not going to take me the rest of today. It's what, 5:35? I'm gonna sit and do my taxes, get all of that sent over and ready to go. So that will be one big thing. You know what's so interesting? When I'm literally watching an all ears video in the background, this one specifically is Emma. And what's crazy is I am literally currently having a conversation via Slack with Emma. And I'm like, we're talking about books. Because I noticed her background in her videos has the Naturals series. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I've got to message her about that. Because I very rarely see anyone talk about the Naturals series. That's so cool. It's on her bookshelf. And she wrote me back and she was like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, I can't believe no one talks about it. So we've been talking about books and all of that. Like, I seriously do work with, like, celebrities in my eyes. And to, like, the Disney YouTube area. Like, yeah. And TikTok too, I guess. But anyway, I'm like, these people, like, I can literally just go on Slack and be like, do. I don't make a habit out of it because I don't really know them. I would love to, but I don't live down there, so I don't get to see them, like, at all. But next time I do go, I would love to meet them and then anyone from the DFB team that I can. But they're so different, and it's so interesting because now I really understand the differences between the two. That, like, DFB, you hear AJ's voice all the time, and AJ's the same way. I could message AJ if I wanted to, but we don't see her face. We don't see anyone's faces, except for Cassie sometimes. But Cassie's mostly her voice for any of the media. But all ears, they have face reported, like, it's never just voice. Like, there she is. there's Emma, who I'm currently having a conversation with. So, like, they have all face people, you know, for no matter what video they're doing. So, like, they are the faces of All Ears, which is pretty cool. Emma and I, it seems, are very quickly becoming fast friends because I did not know, I mean, after I saw her bookshelf, I was like, oh, but she is a fellow young adult book lover, and so we're talking all about books, and ended up finding out that her brother actually goes to a Georgia school for a really, really cool major, and so she was like, my family's actually in the area a lot then, and I was like, oh my gosh, well, you know, she was like, tell me when you're in the Orlando area, and I was like, tell me when you're in the Atlanta area. So definitely very cool, because as I mentioned to her, like, since I'm the nights and weekends writer, like, I don't really get a chance to interact with a lot of people during the day, so I feel like there's kind of this divide, other than like the people who I do work with more on the weekends. But even then, it's like we're such a small team, we don't really have time to share about anything different, you know? So yeah, anyway, pretty cool. But I'm gonna go to bed. It's 10:22. My medication definitely wore off. However, I'm happy to say that I do not feel the sinus pressure in my head, in my nose, and my ears nearly as much. It's still a little bit there, but it's more actually now that it's moved down to my nose. And I never thought I'd say I'd be happy that that's the case, but I am happy that that is what's happening right now. So anyway, yes, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. All my social media is in the description. Love you all.